Hello friends, today let's discuss about child development and pedagogy of 2014. See here, for the child development and pedagogy, you are going to have the questions from 61 to 90 in the question paper. Okay, so let's start from the question number 61. Which of the following is the characteristics of growth? So in this question, they are asking about what is the characteristic of a growth from the following options. So the best option suitable here is the static. Static is the characteristics of the growth. Okay. And question number 62. If a parent desires to admit his 5-year-old child to first standard, on which of the following factor your suggestion is based on? So here it is asking that if you as a parent, if you are admitting your 5-year child into the first standard, on which factor a teacher and the parent has to focus. So it has to focus on the maturation, right? So it depends on the maturation. And the question number 63, if the mental age of the Mohan is 8 years and his chronological age is 10 years, the intelligence quotient of the Mohan is. Here in this question, they are asking about the IQ level of the Mohan. They have given the mental age of Mohan as 8 and chronological age of Mohan as 10. Your work is just to multiply these two numbers, then you are going to get the IQ of Mohan. That is 8 into 10 is 80. So 80 is the Mohan's IQ. Question number 64 is, question number 64 here is, the real biological entities that carry hereditary characteristics from one generation to another generation are. So here you have to discuss about what are the things that is transferring from one generation to another generation is the genes. As you know, might you have studied in the biology that the things which is transferring from one generation to another is the genes. So the correct option here is the gene, right? The most objective and the specific method of studying behavior is. So out of these 4 options, you have to choose the correct one. See here, the term scientific method is used. So your option should go for the experimental method only. The scientific must and should relate with the experiment. So the correct option here is the experimental method. Question number 66 is, socio-cultural theory was given by. You just have to remember the name of the scientist. Okay, it's the Vygotsky. So he has given the socio-cultural theory. Okay, just remember the name of this. And the question number 67 is, moral development theory was propounded by. Here also you can remember the name of the scientist or name of the pedagogist. He is nothing but the Kohlberg. Okay, Kohlberg is the man who has discovered or who has given the moral development theory. And here Vygotsky is the man who has given the social cultural theory. Just remember these two names. Moral development is Kohlberg, socio-cultural theory is the Vygotsky. The important factor contributing to the gender bias is. So who are the things or who are those persons which are contributing about the gender bias? Who are that persons that are differentiating between the woman and the man, a girl and a boy? So that are nothing but the parent and the teacher. Their role is the most important role in contributing to the gender bias. So the parents and teacher must be your option. The effective method to attract poor children to school is. We can attract the poor children to the school by providing the free education to them, by providing free midday meals, right? By providing the lunch to them. And similarly, we can provide free supply of books and uniform. If we provide free books and uniform, midday meal and the education, the poor children can come to the school. So here the correct option is all of the above. And in the question number 70, you can see Jean Piaget's third stage of cognitive development is. You just have to remember the Jean Piaget's all stages. So here the third stage tells about the concrete operational stage. The third stage of Jean Piaget is the concrete operational stage. Just remember the name, just remember the stage name. The propounder of classical conditioning is, the classical conditioning is given by the Pavlov, right? Just remember the name of the pedagogist. He is Pavlov. The sequence of the stages of process of memory is, so for memorizing the things, there is a sequence of the stages, right? Registration, retention, recalling, and recognition. So these are the 4 stages in the memory process. You just have to remember the sequence: registration first, then retention, then recalling, and recognition. Okay, let's move to the next question. Question number 73. Here, the curve representing the distribution of intelligence quotient is, which curve is make use while distributing the IQ level is the normal probability curve. Just remember the name of the curve. Normal probability curve is used to indicate the intelligence quotient. In which stage of cognitive development logical reasoning fully develops? So you can see these are the 4 stages of the Piaget's theory, Jean Piaget's theory. In this stage, in which stage logical reasoning of the student or the pupil will develop is the third option, that is the formal operational stage. In this stage, student or a child can develop a logical reasoning thing. Okay. An example for social development among adolescents is, so it is the example of formation of gangs, right? Formation of teams, etc. You can say. Who introduced the concept of mental age at first? You just remember the name, Alfred Binet. Okay, Alfred Binet is the name who has given the concept of mental age. The superego is governed by the principle of morality. Just remember the term. Morality is the term which is used to indicate the superego. Which method studies children with the behavioral problem? So in the case study, we just take the particular students and we will study about their problems. So here the correct option is the case study only. Option 4 is correct. Question number 79. Performance test of the intelligence measures this ability. So here you have to measure the manipulative ability of the students in performance test. Question number 80 is, brainstorming technique is used for these children. For which kind of children we are making use of brainstorming technique? For the children who are creative in nature, right? So the option 2 should be correct. Thematic appreciation test. Thematic apperception test, that measures about the personality. Might you have studied in your third semester, right? So case study will you can learn about in the 4th semester, and about this one you can learn in your 3rd semester, right? So the personality development test, or you can say the TAT test. So the correct option here is the 4. You can see the question number 82 now. In which of the following example operant conditioning is involved? 2 things are there. One is the classical and another is the operant conditioning. So in operant conditioning, you just remember it is related to what? It is related to responding without being asked, right? It is related to responding without being asked. Just remember the terms. To which terms it is linked? Just remember those terms. Which of the following pair is considered as 2 faces of the same coin? It is the interest and attention. So interest and attention is the pair which we can consider the 2 pair of a same coin. Like we have head and a tail, right? So question number 84. Learning to ride a bicycle is an example for this type of learning. So it is a trial and error. The student or the child will try and will get to learn about this, right? So this is the trial and error method. Question number 85. The skill of repairing a machine does not help in driving a car. Yes, is it right or not? Yes, it is right. Which type of transfer of learning is this? So here the correct option for this is the zero transfer. Yes, zero transfer is the type of learning. Question number 86. Integrating special children with normal children in school is. As you have learned about the inclusive education in each semester, so in inclusive education involve the inclusion or the involvement of all the students, right? Intelligent student with the normal or the special student or handicap with all, right? So it should be the inclusive education, involvement of all students, right? Next question is, question number 87 is, dyscalculia is a problem related to what? Dyscalculia, it's mainly related with the maths. That means it is related to the arithmetic. Yes, spelling will come under English and writing, reading will come under the languages. So it's related with the maths. Calculia is related to the maths. So here the correct option is the arithmetic. Creativity rests more on which factor? So here the correct option for creativity is the convergent thinking, right? So a divergent thinker will be the more creative and more intelligent compared to the convergent thinking. Question number 89 is, who introduced the developmental turns of adolescent? So here is the Havigust. Just remember the name of the man. Havigust is the, or you can say, yes, heaviest is the name, not Havigust, is the heaviest who has discovered or introduced about the developmental terms. Which of the following is called as the investigator eyes? Just remember the term investigator's eyes. Investigator's eyes, here their work is to investigate, their work is to take the action, so it should be the action hypothesis. So the correct option here is option number 4. Thank you very much. Let's meet on the next video.